Welcome to the first session of first unit of wireless communication networks. The unit one having the wireless communication and system fundamentals and modern wireless communication systems. Here in this first unit, the first part of this first unit is wireless communication system fundamentals. In this wireless communications and system fundamentals, we discuss about what are the introduction to wireless communication systems, examples of mobile data systems, and what are the different comparisons between examples of mobile data systems and trends, present trends we discuss, and different types of generations in wireless networks. And basic cellular concepts are like frequency reuse, cellular strategies, interference and system capacity, trunking and grade of service, and improving coverage and capacity of cellular systems. These are some of the cellular concepts we discuss in first part of the first unit. And second part of the first unit we discuss is modern wireless communication systems. Modern wireless communication systems, that is Bluetooth. Here, what is the overview of the Bluetooth? What are the fundamentals of Bluetooth? What is the architecture of Bluetooth? What is the protocol architecture of Bluetooth? In that protocol architecture of Bluetooth, we discuss about radio specification, baseband specification, link manager specification, logical link control and adaptation protocols. We discuss all these concepts in the protocol architecture of Bluetooth. And another wireless modern communication system is wireless local loop. Wireless local loop technology. These are the concepts we discussed in the first unit. The first topic of this first unit is introduction to wireless communication and networks. Introduction to wireless communication networks. Here, why we are going for wireless communications instead of wired communication? Here, communication is nothing but transformation of information from one point to another point, one location to another location. The information contains whatever it may be, whether it is voice or data, whatever it may be. We have to transmit from one point to another point. It's nothing but communication. Here, for this purpose, for transforming this information from one point to another point, we are taking channel. What I mean by channel or medium? It is nothing but it is a connection between transmitter to receiver or sender to receiver or sender to destination or source to destination. Here, what are the types of these channels or medium? There are two types of channels. One is guided medium, another one is unguided medium. What do you mean by guided medium? It is a physical channel or medium present between transmitter to receiver. Nothing but there are examples of guided medium. It's nothing but twisted pair or coaxial cable or two-wire pair or optical fiber cables. This is the physical connection between transmitter and receiver. What is the unguided medium? Here the unguided medium is nothing but there is no physical connection between transmitter and receiver. Air is the medium between the transmitter to receiver. Here air is nothing but radio. Nothing but we are taking to transmit a signal from transmitter to receiver. By using this air is a medium, we are taking spectrum. Here, what is meant by spectrum? Spectrum is nothing but a frequency allocation. Frequency allocation. Suppose in terms of kilohertz frequency spectrum, we have to transmit in terms of kilohertz also, but it supports very less distance between transmitter to receiver, and very slow speed is very slow. Once we are going for improve the allocation of frequency spectrum in terms of megahertz and gigahertz. Whenever the frequency spectrum is high in terms of megahertz and gigahertz, frequency spectrum is available. Nothing but bandwidth is high, then automatically the speed also increases. That's why we are getting generations this. First generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. That is 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. Here the generations are increasing, nothing but the frequency spectrum also available is high. The bandwidth is high, the speed also high. Here, what are the advantages of these wireless communications instead of wired communication? Only one benefit is the installation cost is reduced. That is, air is the medium. There is no physical connection. Only cost should be reduced. But what about speed compared to wired and wireless? Wired is the speed compared to wireless. Why? Because air is the medium. We are getting more number of obstacles present between transmitter and receiver. So that is, we are getting losses. Then on speed also, very compared to wired communication, wireless speed is less. Now we are going for the introduction to this wireless communication networks. Actually, this wireless and communication and networks actually demonstrate Galileo Marconi in the era of 1890s. Especially Galileo Marconi tested these wireless networks from the connection between ships sailing in English Channel. Later, this 1890s, that is 1897, the new wireless communication methods are available to adapted people. Now the technology is increases day by day. Now we are using mobile radio communications in the industry. That is 1G, 2G. Now we are in India also tested 5G. That is from past 10 years, rapidly sudden growing of this mobile and mobile radio communications. Why? Because that is growing in digital technology and RF fabrication and new VLSI integration. That is, what about here? Your mobile having very portable size. You can handheld. You can take from one place to another place with easy, very less weight. That is nothing but improving the digital technologies, improving the RF circuit fabrication process, and new large scale circuit integration we are getting, and automatically the size is portable. And now the mobiles are cheaper now. Smart mobiles are cheaper now and more reliable. And different types of digital switching technologies are available for easy to use these radio communication networks. Here, what is the exact evolution of this mobile radio communications? Here, this mobile radio communications not only used in public sector, it is also used in private sector, and yet it is also useful for personal communication services. That is, personal communication services is nothing but people we are using for personal use. Suppose we are using mobile phone for different purpose, for voice transmission, data transmission, for searching, transmission of data, emailing, or whatever purpose. That is personal communication services. Here, but these mobile communications are regulated by government sectors only. Suppose we are taking a BSNL sector, BSNL service provider is there, and Airtel and Vodafone Idea, right? Jio. These are service providers, not regulator bodies. All the service providers are regulated by government only. All the services regulated by government only. They are only service providers, not for regulatory agencies. Only government is the regulator agency. Right. Here, for this purpose, the government take an action for bids for this spectrum. I think you know the spectrum action is nothing but 2G spectrum, 3G spectrum, 4G spectrum, 5G spectrum. Now the government of India going for action of 5G spectrum. Nothing but this spectrum can be high frequency spectrum generated by the government of India. It can be action to service providers. That is, the service provider can be purchased the frequency spectrum from the government. That is the concept of technopolitics. That is, suppose when new technology and new services are available, then radio spectrum is controlled by governments, but not by service providers and equipment manufacturers and entrepreneurs or researchers. Total regulation and services only taken by the government. That is, the India having TRAI. That is, what about TRA? Telephone Regulatory Authority of India. It takes all service providers in that hand. Not by any mobile manufacturer, not in entrepreneurs and researchers. Here, day to day, the competition increases and technology increases. Then automatically we have to go for the technology. Actually, these wireless communication networks are used in a commercial purpose by using Bell Laboratories. Bell Laboratories in the concept developed in the Bell Laboratories in the year of 1960s to 1970s. In between 1960 to 1970s, the Bell Laboratories take a development in wireless communication networks. Based upon this, development in cellular mobile communications by Bell Laboratories, after 1970, this technology is adopted by the people, and that is the use for we are directly used by consumer for this technology. Here now we are going for the basic figure. It shows the market penetration data of the wireless communications in the consumer sector. That is how suddenly the wireless communication networks or cellular mobile communication networks are penetration with market with the year. Here see this one. In x-axis we are taking number of years after the first commercial deployment, and y-axis shows penetration of market, percentage of market penetration. Here see this one. In 1946, the television introduced. In 1946, it shows, see this one. Within this, from 0 to 10 years only, from started television introduction in 1946, within the 10 years, the video cassette recorder are introduced. But when automobile year introduction in 1900, but now also the automobile can be automobile industry can be changes. Similar to the cable television introduced in the year of 1948, it takes 2 more years, that is 30 years to 40 years, go for sudden increases. But the telephone is 1877, they introduced telephone, normal landline telephone, but it takes 70 years to growth of the only 10%. But in the mobile telephone year introduced in 1946 exactly, but within the very less time it is it takes to reach the 100%. Here this figure shows how the growth of mobile telephony compared to other popular invention of the century. Here see this one, whether it is the television, whether video cassette recorder or audio mobile industry or cable television, general mobile landline telephone. See this one, it takes more time to reach the 100%. But mobile telephone suddenly increase. See this one suddenly increase, going for 100%. Actually, in 1934, the US, United States, using this mobile communication in 1934. That is actually they are connected 194 municipality police stations and 58 state police stations. They are connected 194 municipal police data systems and 58 state police stations are connected by the mobile communication system. At the time, they are using amplitude modulation. But in 1935, immediately after 1 year, Edwin Armstrong used FM instead of AM. Instead of AM amplitude modulation, he developed frequency modulation, and this technique used in Second World War. Second World War. Here after this 1934-1935, and the number of customers are increased this mobile communication by 86,000 in 1948 and 6,95,000 by 1958 and 1960 to 1.4 million users. See this one from 1948 to 1958, 1958 to 1962, the growth of mobile communications. But in 1960s, maximum they are using PSTN network, that is public switch telephone network, that is landline connections. But compared to mobile, they are preferred PSTN networks in 1960s. But in US in 1995, our 100 millions suddenly increases the number of customers. And they are adapted instead of PSTN network, they are using cordless telephones also. You know the concept of cordless telephone, that is, it is also just like landline telephone, but in landline telephone, the receiver and your telephone set having a wireless connection. That is our cordless telephone. We discuss later classes. And the number of growing customers are suddenly increases. In the year of 1997, here increased by 50%. This is the growth of the wireless communication networks in the world. Here now we are going for what are the different types of mobile data standards are used in the America, Europe, and Japan. Here, see this one, the major mobile data standards in North America. They are adopted different types of technologies for this cellular communication. That is, the first one is AMPS. Here, the AMPS is a cellular type of network. We discuss what is cellular. Why it is called cellular, we discuss later classes. It is year 1983. The multiple access technique is FDMA, and frequency band is 824 to 894 megahertz. The modulation is FM. The channel width is 30 kilohertz. Here, frequency band is nothing but the spectrum allocated for AMPS is 824 to 894. This can be divided number of channels. Each channel width is 30 kilohertz. Here, AMPS, nothing but North American AMPS. Here, AMPS nothing but analog mobile phone service. It is NAMPS. It is introduced in the year of 1992, but the channel width is 10 kilohertz. Next one is USDC. This is also cellular type. It is introduced in the year of 1991, but the multiple access technique is TDM, time division multiple access system. The frequency band is same, but the modulation technique is changed, the pi by 4 D QPSK. That is differential quadrature phase shift keying with a channel width of 30 kilohertz. And next one is CDPD. CDPD also nothing but the type is cellular. Especially this CDPD used for only data transmission, not for voice. Year introduced 1993. Here the multiple access technique is frequency hopping and packet. And the frequency band is same. The modulation technique is GMSK and channel width is 30 kilohertz. Actually, it's the CDPD technique which you are using Bluetooth. Next, IS-95, that is Interium Standard 95. Whether it is a cellular or personal communication service, we are using. Year introduced 1993, and multiple access technique is CDMA, and the frequency band is nothing here 824 to 894 megahertz and 1.8 to 2.0 gigahertz. And the modulation technique which you are using here QPSK slash BPSK, and channel bandwidth is 1.25 megahertz. And GSC, which is used for paging. What was use of paging? Paging is used for transmit the only messages. Only transmit the messages, not for voice. Only message. Only for broadcasting, not for chatting. Only for broadcasting. It is year introduced 1970. Multiple access is simplex. It is several frequency band. That is, it depends upon country to country. And modulation is FSK. And channel width is 12.5 kilohertz. Similarly, POC, SAC, and Flex, all are paging systems only. And next one is DCS 1900 or GSM technology. This is used for PCS, partial communication service. That is present we are using mobile, right? This is about GSM technology. Year introduced 1994 with multiple access techniques TDMA, and frequency band is 1.85 to 1.98 gigahertz with modulation is a GMSK and channel bandwidth is 200 kilohertz. And next standard is PSCS. The type of here either cordless or PCS service. And in the year introduced 1994. Here the multiple access technique which is used TDMA or FDMA. The frequency band is same as GSM. And modulation is pi/4 DQPSK and channel bandwidth is 300 kilohertz. And last standard which is used in North America is MIRS, which is SMR or slash PCS. In the year introduced 1994, multiple access technique is TDMA and frequency band is several, and it is 16 QAM modulation technique which is used with a channel bandwidth of 20 kilohertz. Here, these are some of the standards which is used in North America. Next one is what are the standards which is used in Europe. Here, the maximum Europe, these radio standards are adopted in India also now. That is, India using this mobile standard, mobile radio standards from Europe only. The standard is ETSCS. The type is cellular. Year introduced 1985. Multiple access technique is FDMA. Frequency band is 900 megahertz. Modulation is FM. Channel bandwidth is 25 kilohertz. The next standard is NMT 450. The type is cellular. Year introduction is 1981. And multiple access technique is FDMA. And frequency band is 450 to 470 megahertz. And modulation is FM. The channel bandwidth is 25 kilohertz. Next, the improved version of NMT 450 is NMT 900. This is also cellular type. Year introduction 1986. Multiple access technique is FDMA. Frequency band is 890 to 960 megahertz with a modulation of FM with channel bandwidth is 12.5 kilohertz. The next, the major standard is GSM. The present we are also using GSM standard only. We are using GSM. The type is cellular or PCS. Year of introduction 1990. The multiple access technique is TDMA with a frequency band of 890 to 960 megahertz with a modulation of GMSK with channel bandwidth is 200 kilohertz. Like above, some of the standards like C450 and ERMES and CT2, DECT, DCS 1800. These are some of the mobile radio standards which are used in Europe. The same standards also follow the India also now. We'll discuss all these standards later classes. Here in this figure shows where are the major mobile radio standards in Japan. That is first standard is JTSCS. The type is cellular. Year introduction 1988. The multiple access technique is FDMA. And modulation technique is FM. With channel bandwidth of 25 kilohertz. The next one is PDC. Here the PDC type is cellular. Year of introduction is 1993. Multiple access technique is TDMA. And frequency band is 8102 to 1501 megahertz with a modulation of pi by 4 DQPSK 25 kilohertz. Likewise, NTT, NTSCS, NTT, NEC, PHS. That is, these are the different standards which we are using in Japan for the purpose of cellular, paging, cordless systems. This is about basics of introduction to wireless communication networks. Do you have any query? Type your query in a chat box. Thank you very much for attending today's class.